This has actually become a pretty fun conversation. Because what is the 2018 draft class? If we're being on, what does a 2018 redraft look like right now? Only 2 likes and no replies. You guys got to understand, I got it out the mud. You guys call me a plant sometimes. No plant here. The only plant is is me, because I grew from the mud. Is Luka going number 1 in a redraft, or is Shai? Shai easily. Think about it. Think about an NBA team. We're doing a redraft. We're just throwing all of these guys right now into it, right? Like all of these guys in their current form. Who are we drafting first overall? We have a 10-hour meeting. Yeah, it would be a contentious 10-hour meeting for sure. I think pretty much every team would take Shai. And I don't think I would. I would take Luka because I think he's a better player. But I think most teams would take Shai, actually. Shai is older than Luka by like 9 months. No, I think teams would look at Shai and Luka and think, yeah, maybe Luka's a better player, but we are a little concerned about some of the stuff. We are a little concerned about maybe some of the injuries and either way, Luka, Shai 1, 2. Then who goes 3? Brunson, right? You've got, I think Jaren Jackson's got an argument. I don't think a team would take Jaren Jackson over Brunson, but Jaren Jackson, Trey, I don't think has an argument over Brunson. I think it's pretty clearly Brunson. Then you got an interesting conversation at 4. Do you want the guard in Trey? Do you want the forward / big in Jaren Jackson? I'm trying to think if anyone else has an argument, because I was going to say, do you maybe throw Mikal into this threesome? But no way, right? I think you go Jaren Jackson Jr. 4. Then I do think you'd start to have like nerdy conversations at 5 between Trey and Mikal Bridges. Honest to God, I think you start to have nerdy conversations. You start to do can we win with Trey? Like, he's good and all, but can we win with him? Like, Mikal's not going to be our number 1 ever, but maybe Trey's not number 1 for us. Mikal's just easier to build around. Yeah, I mean, you guys know how I feel about Trey. I would take Trey easily. But I'm saying I think you would start to get those conversations. So top 6, I mean, then Mikal goes, right? So your top 6 would be Luka, Shai, Brunson, Jaren Jackson Jr., Trey, and Mikal Bridges. Then you start to get into some funny, some interesting names. Like, where does Ayton go in a redraft? Are you taking Michael Porter Jr. over Ayton? Surely, right? I think Ayton still probably goes top 10. I'm looking at it. Ayton or Wendell Carter Jr.? No, Ayton's probably going higher than 20. Ayton's probably going in the 15-ish, top 15-ish, but probably top 10. I'm just looking at the names. I think I'd rather have Wendell than Ayton. Probably. I don't know. I really did not like Wendell Carter Jr.'s season at all this past year. Do you go Sexton over Ayton? Yeah. Do you go DiVincenzo over Ayton? All right. Bear with me here. Do you go Miles Bridges over Ayton? He's a better player than DeAndre Ayton. Full stop. There is no argument that Miles Bridges is not better than DeAndre Ayton. But then you'd have to factor in all of the other off-court shit. Anthony Simons over Ayton? Yeah. I think so. Anybody in the second round? Not Mitchell Robinson, right? Too hurt. I mean, right? Not Gary Trent Jr. That's crazy talk at that point, right? Yeah, it is. Not Vanderbilt, Bruce Brown. Justin Jackson? Kostas Antetokounmpo. Last pick in this draft. Now, here's an actual question. Would you rather have Kostas on your team and try and convince Giannis to join your team, or would you rather have Ayton? Would you rather have Kostas in the off chance that it convinces Giannis to come to your team? Like maybe 1% boost. Maybe a 1% boost that you get Giannis. Or would you rather have Ayton? Ayton's at 30 million, isn't he? Ayton is a very frustrating player because he has stretches where he looks really fucking good. But it's just, he can't put it together. He's so, I'm just going to say it, and I don't like saying this about guys, but he is soft. He's soft. He plays soft for a player of his size and his sort of physical composition. 34-35. Jesus Christ. I've seen Blazers fans be like, yeah, we'll just trade Ayton somewhere. Brother, who the fuck's trading for that? Robinson over Ayton? Yeah, this went from, dude, we need to, the 2018 draft so stacked to, yeah, DeAndre Ayton sucks. How do we get from talking about Tyrese Halliburton into DeAndre Ayton sucks? All right, let's try to make the case for DeAndre Ayton top 10. I want to get DeAndre Ayton in the top 10. 2018 redraft. All right, just so I don't get killed. We'll go Luka number 1. Although I think whatever team in this scenario ends up with number 1 is having probably a 48-hour straight. Everyone leave your phones. We made cots that you can go and sleep on. All right. There's no leaving this room. We're going to order pizza. No leaving this room. We're having 48 hours worth of discussions about this. Luka or Shai. Number 1, Luka. Number 2, Shai. And I will tell you, I think teams would take Luka. And I'm just telling you what I think teams would do. I think they would take Shai. I'm going to tell you right now, I think they would take Shai. Jaren Jackson Jr., number 3, right? Trey, number 4. With Mikal, number 5. Now, is this impenetrable? Oh, yeah, Brunson. Duh. Is this the impenetrable top 6? My bad. I forgot Brunson. My bad. There's no argument for Michael Porter Jr., obviously. There's no... Those 6 are going top 6. Now, when does Ayton start to have a case? Who's going 7? Did we decide Michael Porter Jr.? I think it would be Michael Porter Jr. You think Anthony Simons goes 7? No, I think teams would still value the size and the floor spacing that Michael Porter Jr. provides. Now is where I think you could start to maybe toss Ayton's name into the mix. You think Simons would go next? Man. Huh. Are we sure Simons even goes ahead of Sexton, actually? I'm honestly not so sure that Sexton... Yeah, I think Sexton goes ahead of Simons. Simons is wildly underrated. Simons is just like a microwave scorer who is horrible on defense. Like, actually atrocious. Remember that game he had? Against the Mavs where... How many fucking points did he have in the third quarter? What was it, like 30 or some shit? I thought it was like 30 points in the third quarter, and he fouled out 2 minutes into the fourth. Because the Mavericks were hunting him and scoring on him every single possession. Every single possession they were hunting him and scoring on him. I think Sexton would be next. Now here is where you have to insert Miles Bridges' name. He has to be considered. Miles Bridges has to be considered around here. Yeah, after doing this, there's no way. There's absolutely no way Ayton goes top 10. Like, let's just do Sexton, Miles Bridges. Like, yeah. And that's before you get into the a better question: who's going to be attending the Shai Luka conclave? I mean, am I overthinking it, or would that not be if this hypothetical scenario happened? Would that not be one of the most interesting conversations? Sexton taken twice. Oh, we just love him that much. I'm telling you, I think teams would take Shai. I really do. Look, I even do think Mitchell Robinson, Wendell Carter. Am I maybe sleeping on Wendell Carter a little bit? Should he be in the top 10? I really disliked his season. Like Wendell Carter over Miles Bridges. Something like that. And so the Suns picking one, they definitely pick Shai. He fits with Book. This is like but it's hard to do this in the context of the teams. I think you just have to do just basically re-ranking it.